The Gulf Stream.
The Gulf Stream.
According to a new study, the ocean circulation in North Atlantic is likely to collapse sooner than expected as a result of climate change.
Well, scientists are warning that a crucial tipping point could be reached in just 2 years' time. They would see the start of the collapse of the Atlantic Gulf Stream if global emissions aren't reduced.
In order to produce the same heat which it brings to the shores of Europe, we would need 1 million nuclear power plants.
And records show that when it happens, it does have a very significant impact on global weather patterns.
Imagine a world where the Gulf Stream, the oceanic heartbeat of our climate, stops beating. And it's not just a scenario from a science fiction film, it's a very real and imminent threat to our everyday lives. Imagine Danish summers no warmer than the average October day, winters as cold as Siberia. This is not an exaggeration.
Climate change, the root of many of the world's problems. It is always in the news. We know we must fix it. Why don't we? Why don't we fly less, end our mindless consumerism, and begin to reuse and recycle the things we already have? The Gulf Stream, more commonly known as the AMOC, short for the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, is a current that runs across the globe. Although it is a global current, the part we will discuss today is the Gulf Stream that stretches from the east coast of the USA to northern Europe. It is crucial in keeping a stable climate in much of Europe, as countries like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and France all rely on the Gulf Stream and its warming and cultivating capabilities.
However, due to recent human actions, we are quickly destroying the Gulf Stream, and with climate change worsening by the day, the ice sheets in Greenland and the North Pole will continue melting and lowering water temperatures. As the water temperature is lower, there won't be any warm wind and water to carry towards Europe. This will drastically decrease Europe's temperature. The main disruption, though, is not just in the air, it's in the water. As salt water mixes with fresh water, the thermohaline circulation will be interfered with. Thermohaline circulation is a crucial oceanic circulation pattern which helps regulate the Earth's climate. This will alter the temperatures of the globe.
Another problem of the Gulf Stream is caused by the salt concentration in marine life. The ice melting because of climate change, a huge volume of fresh water from the icebergs mixes with the salt water of the ocean. The organisms which have adapted to live in salt water will have a hard time surviving, as specific adaptations mean that change in salinity, the concentration of salt in the water, could disrupt the marine ecosystem.
What would a regular summer day in Denmark look like? You'd wake up in the morning and look out of your window to see what could look like a hot summer's day. Except when you step outside and see your breath in the frigid air, you would realize that you would need your winter clothes. Considering you're not on holiday just yet, you would travel to work or school in freezing air. Several layers of clothes would be needed, and thick gloves and a warm hat would be necessary. When you arrive, you will hopefully be greeted by a warm indoor temperature. That's if your work or school is willing to pay for the costs of heating every day of the year.
After a long day of work or school, you may think of going to the beach. Not a bad idea after all, right? Well, the water is frozen solid, and the winds will make being by the coast unbearable. Remember, this was a summer's day. In the winter, the temperatures will drop to -10 to -20 degrees Celsius. Disruption to public transport, the energy grid, trade, and agriculture will be disrupted severely.